Samantha. Let's go through and look at this. Real fresh, real food. I wonder if you want that to be double E or not. Just to think about, we need to pull this information up. So maybe that means we don't have this, or we bring it up here and say real fresh, real food here with the logo here. We just need to get into the information quicker, and that's pretty much a theme with most people. A lot of white space here. You might be able to bring this down. You probably want to make this just a little darker so it's a little easier to read. And I'm going to suggest that you have no more than 5 to 7 pages for your navigation. Things like this special doesn't really need a whole page. In fact, you could put something like that here, and the phone number could go next to social media or something down here in a footer if you want to, but rather than have a page for that. All right. I think that would be something you could do. So that would go, and I think this would need to come up and just call it events if you want, so that people know it's something going on. And watch your reflow here. Make sure that you keep a good amount of space between the articles. I think these need to be possibly 2 paragraphs, and I would see how it looks single space as opposed to where it is right now. Okay. Social media won't need a whole page. Okay, that's something that can either be consistent up here in your header or down below or in your contact. So your Find Us could be your contact, but let's reverse this and put you can put Find Us, or you can put hours or anything like that, but and I do like this, but let's pull this up and put the map below for a couple of reasons. If it's below, it has time to build on the page while they're looking at this, and also because that's, they're really going to look at this. They're going to read this and see where they are. You could probably single space this, maybe all of that. Let's see, if you needed to, you can combine Monday and Wednesday and Tuesday and Thursday. They're the same locations. Probably I would just put the 1// left align these, okay, and go through and double check your spelling and things like that. Just for anybody who's going to pay special attention to your site. So these 3 can go. You can keep this at Find Us, or you can call it locations, either one. So let's go back. I think you can put your specials right here and put your phone number with the Find Us. This we need to bring in and get to them with not so much headroom. And I recommend a photo that is a little less formal, since it's a food truck. And this we need to cut down for sure. So really think about it as being 1 page. A little less space here, you get into it, and maybe it's single space and it only comes to about here. And it's a couple of paragraphs. And you go through and edit what you think is important and not important. It was written with a lot of things in there that do not need to be there. Okay? Just as a clue. And this is pretty good. And I was thinking, might bring it up a little bit so that people can get into this. And I would make this 2 columns at least, so we're not scrolling quite so much. I would edit this so that we can get this up on the line. And I know if you were to have an editor or a client, you would have to contact them and ask permission to edit, but this is for your portfolio. So feel free to edit this content to fit your design here. Okay. And just make sure everything reflows. I have a feeling this is a responsive, so it's going to probably reflow automatically. Yes. Okay. So that's good. Don't need this. And if you do have it, we need to get into it right away. You might even be able to overlap some things here, or, make that lighter and put a header, something. The image is good. We just need to get to the content sooner. Okay. We're really coming down here to order. So, yeah, work that out to where you're not scrolling quite so much. There are a number of things you could do. Okay, and this feels like it's a little bit skewed. Maybe it isn't, but it seems like it's a little bit of an oval and not as much of a round shape. May not be the case. If so, it's really subtle. Testimonials probably don't need their own page. You could probably have these sprinkled throughout. All right, and maybe even on the home page, after you've got your specials, you could have a few down here laid out nicely, and maybe in I don't know, I was going to suggest another font, but see how they go for you. Okay, so that's what I would do, and I wouldn't have these here because these are different places. Maybe these are placeholders, but we want to take those out. All right. All right, so those are the main things about this. Really, for you, it's just a matter of editing, removing some content and placing things in other places. All right, good job.